This is the second episode of our First Moves series. Today we are actually doing an interesting opening, the Anderssens opening, right? So, here it is. Actually, not Anderssens, Anderssen. A3. So, Anderssen opening is named after Adolf Anderssen, the runner-up of a championship. I forget the exact name of his championship, but he played against Morphy many times, and in 3 out of the games that he played this. So, yeah. So, the Anderssen opening. What really is there here, right? Because it's not as bad as the Sodium opening, right? The Sodium opening is really bad. It's just not good. But the Anderssen opening is interesting. Like, there's definitely things you can do here, right? So, if you want, black common response is to play d5 and just getting free center coverage, because that's just pretty average. After that, there's really not too much things you can do that are like huge. You can do this, which stops that, right? That stops the pawn from advancing. That's a pretty common move. There's also other moves. You could perhaps set up just this, just do a simple response like that. Or if you're wanting to get perhaps risky, you could do this and free this out, but also not stop this. So, after this, right, that's a common response. Other responses, maybe g6, preparing fianchetto with this bishop here, which is pretty reasonable response. So let's say you just try to respond by stopping that fianchetto. Well, it doesn't stop it, but it kind of makes it useless. You can still do the fianchetto, but there's not really a point in it. There's that. And in my opinion, the most interesting response is e5, which is playable. Also getting center, also getting the pawns in the center, which is a common response. And it was played in at least one of the games with Anderssen and Morphy. So, yeah. After this, let's see, what is there? There's c4. That's a response. It turns it into a reverse Sicilian. What else is there, really? I mean, e4, responding like that, right? Which turns it into a Mengorini opening. It's hard to pronounce that. After that, there is knight c6, probably not bad. And then perhaps knight. There's knight c6. And after that, I don't know, knight c3 if you want. It's whatever. Some random stuff here. But, you can turn it into a Mengovini's opening. Those are just some of the common responses. They could do same thing and just kind of copy you if they wanted to. I don't know why they would ever do that, but, whatever. So, now there are actually variations of this opening. There is the Anderspike variation, which involves moving g6 here, and then responding with g4. So, that is the Anderspike variation. There's some interesting stuff you can do here. You got this as a response, you have this as a response, and not like necessarily good responses, but they are responses. You have this, you can try to take the pawn, right? You even have this, if you want, which are probably better moves than moving the pawns. But I feel like doing this is probably one of the better moves you can do, right? So, yeah. Now, There's also the creepy crawly formation, which I love the name of, which is E5, and then H3, and then D5, which, classical defense, creepy crawly formation. So, yeah. So, you might be thinking, what benefits are there even for white here? Because black has both of his pawns in the center, just has the entire center kind of out there. So, what is the advantages for white here? Now, white has a couple of responses, right? White can do perhaps not E4, perhaps D3, or perhaps after, and then, if there's that, and that, and then if he does take, you can trade queens, which evens it out, kind of, you'd imagine, right? At least a little bit. Even trading queens is better for white here, because white has 2 pawns out, and black only has 1. So, there's that you can do. There is even, there's other defenses as well, of course. We can move this out here, attacking this pawn, right? And also preventing, that doesn't really prevent too much, actually. But, there's stuff here, right? Interesting classical defense, we would call it formation. And my personal favorite response to this is the Polish gambit, which is A5, right? A5, and then B4. Because I actually like the Polish gambits, and just the Polish opening in general, which we will get to soon enough, because the Polish is B4. And I kind of like this. I don't know. I kind of like it. Obviously, if you capture, that's good for you, because there's that. And alternatively, there is this, right? Actually, that's the better move. If you don't play that, you are absurd, right? Because you play this, that look is free, and then if you don't play a moose right, that can be free, and then even that can be, well, not free, but I feel like having a knight and a bishop for 1 rook is infinitely a better trade. So yeah, there's this for a response. There's also just moving one of these pawns out, right? And even if we wanted to, you could just completely just develop for the center, right? E4 or D4, do something like that. Get your with E4, you can get your queen and your bishop out, not out, but eventually. This opening, the Anderssen opening, I like infinitely better than the sodium attack, because there's actual things you can do here. This seems unreasonable when you first think of it, but there's definitely things you can do here. There's definitely things that you can do in response to most of black's common moves. Actually, let's just play a random one and see how it does against it. Let's just do whatever that, and I don't know, what can we do here? Well, we can do E4, just get center, right? Now, it is preparing fianchetto, with that, perhaps, but, again, I don't really see a point in that too much, but, right, you can do that, just get this out, eventually, and what else is there? Because, at this point, white has a better position. White has a better position here, for multiple reasons, because both this queen and this bishop are currently have the ability to get out, and, this bishop can get out, but this queen can also get out, but it's not as good. Actually, if this bishop gets out, if the bishop gets out, then this bishop played here to take, and then the knight will take. So yeah. After this, we can do c3. No, that's not c3. Well, we could do that as well, but we could also do c3, protecting this pawn, right? Stopping that immediately, and if it's take, and then it stops the queen from taking because it's a free queen, right? So, after that, but you see the point. Like, white already has a better position here, and black, I just kind of played a random move for black, right? So, Anderssen opening, honestly, way better than starting attack. Starting attack is just out of this world, insanely nonsensical. I don't get it. I mean, if you want to be funny, whatever, play it, I guess. But I really don't see too much of a point in the starting attack. But Anderssen opening, league's better. A lot of interesting stuff you can do with it, and you can actually have variations like the proposed gambit, which I do like as a gambit. Now, that's gonna be the end of this video, and you can come back later for the next episode, where I will be going over a little sneak peek for you. I will be going over the where opening, because that's next. It just is. It just is. So yeah. Hopefully, I will see you there. Subscribe if you haven't already, because there's gonna be more of these. And yeah.